Hello and welcome back. Today's topic for staying in the conversation is love is all there is. So, what I've seen around that and what I mean by that, love is all there is, probably there's like a million different definitions of what love is. What love means to you. So, try not to get too caught up on the word love and try to listen beyond what I'm saying. So the word love in this context, in what I'm going to say in this video, is this energy of love. There's this like this deeper energy and deeper feeling of love, not like romantic love or family love, not a human sense of the word, if that makes sense. So, and if it doesn't, just bear with me. And hopefully, as I'm talking, there's a feeling that you can pick up on that it's like, oh, okay, she means this word. And if you want to clarify if I mean X word, whatever word comes to you, just drop me a message and, we can have a chat either on Zoom or we can have a chat in the comment section on YouTube. So, when we look at our sort of human world, there are two ways that we can sort of go about our life. We can live our life in fear and worry and angst, or we can look to trust and love and knowing, like just an inner knowing, an inner guidance system that life has got our back, that there is a higher power, if you will, that there is something more to life than just us as human beings. And when we follow that way, that energy of love, life just has a way of working itself out. Life flows. There is this gentleness to life. Like even in adversary, even when things aren't going the way you thought they should be going, or when just life is doing its thing, and family members die, or like any adversary that you can think of or that you're going through right now, anything that you're going through that you don't particularly like, when we sit in that space of deeply knowing that the only energy, the only thing that is ever happening is the energy of love, is that deeper feeling, that deeper energy of love, that is like a higher power energy, God energy, that this word is interchangeable, this higher power energy. There's just one energy happening consistently. And when we realize that everything is encompassed by this one energy, it flows a lot more freely. Like it doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter what other people think of you. It like just your perception of life, or at least for me anyways, your perception of life changes when you sink into this one energy. And I can kind of hear in the back of my mind, people are probably asking, oh yeah, but how? How do I get into that energy? How do I get into that love energy? And what if I'm not feeling very loving? How do I then get into it? And sometimes, that answer, the answer to that how isn't ours to know if we don't know it. If we're asking how, 9 times out of 10, or dare I say 10 times out of 10, it just means you need to stop and slow down. When I notice for my own self, how am I going to get this done? How's that going to happen? And I get myself in a tizzy. I don't know the how, but then when I stop and maybe watch TV or just sit down or, sleep on it, like the common sense thing that everybody knows and says, oh, why don't you just sleep on it? It'll look better in the morning. And then when you wake up in the morning, that how and noisiness in your mind has gone away. And it's like an idea pops in, because in that space where you've let go, you've allowed time for this love energy, this wisdom, this divinity to come through and give you an answer, give you an idea, so you can move on to that next step, so you can get on to that how. So, whenever life seems a bit of a whirlwind, just stop and come back to your true nature, because this is your natural state. This love God energy is your natural state. And if the words I'm using aren't working for you, they don't make sense, then just change it for a word that does make sense for you. And if you are curious to know more about staying in the conversation, about what it is this conversation is, do feel free to drop me a message, and I'm more than happy to arrange some time for us to have a one-to-one conversation. And we can just you can ask me any questions you like, and you can get to know more about what it is I am talking about here when I talk about this love energy and, settling into that feeling and letting your mind settle and all these words that I use. I know it can be a bit maybe daunting or confusing when I say these things if you don't really know what I'm talking about. And if you do know what I'm talking about, I hope what I'm sharing is helpful and relevant to where you're at on your spiritual journey. So yeah, I hope today's video of love is all there is, this very short and sweet video, was helpful to you, and there was something in there. So just before I end, I just want to summarize what the topic was. So when I say love is all there is, again, just to reiterate what I said at the beginning, it isn't necessarily the human sense of the word love, like when we say I love you to our parents or our partners or our children. It's more this deeper sense, this energy sense, this spiritual energy sense of that's all there is. I remember my mentor saying to me once that you can't, like, hate isn't necessarily the opposite of love, but for argument's sake, with a hate letter, you can't delete those words completely. You can't obliterate them, because with those same words of a hate letter, you can rewrite it into a love letter. Like, it's the same thing. It's made out of the same thing. So everything on this earth, everything we see, everything we say, everything we do is made from the same stuff. It's made from that same energy. So when our life is a whirlwind, it's a whirlwind that is made out of that love energy. It can't change, it can't be taken away. That love energy is still there. It's just maybe doesn't feel as strong. So hopefully that kind of pieces it together, where I'm trying to come from and what I'm trying to say. So when we are in that whirlwind, it's just remembering that that love energy is still there. It's just not feeling as strong because it's covered in this sort of storm of emotions and life circumstances. And when we allow that to settle of its own accord, then we're able to see the love again. We're able to see the wisdom, and we're able to get sort of clearer answers on what to do next. So yes, I hope there was something helpful in today's video, sending you lots and lots of love, and hopefully I will see you again somewhere soon. Bye for now.